Hi everybody, my name is Adler, and today I will be speaking to you about my research paper and a little bit about my policy proposal. Um, my research paper was titled Weight Loss Surgery, What Other Short-Term and Long-Term Effects. This surgery is very important to me, or this paper was important to me because I myself had a surgery. In December of last year, I weighed 315 pounds, and as of today, I weigh 195. Um, Before I had this surgery, I tried everything. I tried dieting, I tried exercising, I tried everything I could to lose the weight, and I just couldn't do it. And this surgery basically changed my life. And what I wanted to do with this paper was to talk about the importance of this surgery, what types of surgery they are, and what happens after the fact. In the short-term aspect and in the long-term aspect, because there are different stages of what happens after the surgery. When it comes to dieting, and when it comes to exercising, and when it comes to the different vitamins and stuff you have to take to keep your body healthy. And we'll talk about that later. But what I want to do right now is I want to talk to you about why this surgery is important. This surgery is important because there are people out there like myself who have tried everything. Like I said before, have tried everything. They've tried dieting, they tried exercising, and they always seem to fail. And it comes to a point where you get so far that you just can't go back. And like the Biggest Loser and the Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition, those are unique cases. There's people out there that don't have those types of resources to do this. And what bariatric surgery does, weight loss surgery, it helps people to lose the weight in a way that the weight loss can be lost, and it gets them to a healthier place where they can maintain weight. Where there are two different types of surgeries. There are the gastric bypass, Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, or the laparoscopic gastric band, lap band. And the most popular of the two, which has become recently the most popular of the two, is the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, because the lap band is reversible. A lot of people tend to fail with this surgery because it basically, as you can see in the diagram that I posted, all they do is they put this band around your top of your stomach and restrict food from coming in. But at any time, somebody can walk into a doctor and say, "Hey, I want this thing reversed, or I want it out of me," or sorry, I don't think they can take it out, but they can basically reverse it to where it opens up your stomach and they can eat whatever they want. With the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, it's irreversible, and it changes how you eat. It changes everything. And of course, people can still fail with the Roux-en-Y, but how you eat, what you eat, is changed forever. I'll give you some examples. Before my surgery, I loved Mountain Dew. I loved fast food. I loved pizza. I loved anything under the sun, except for vegetables, of course. And I loved beer. All that stuff, soda, beer, all that food, gone. I can never eat it again, because what this surgery does is it restricts that. I can't have sugary foods. I can't have high carb foods. I can't have foods that will, because if I have these foods, I will get sick. I will have to be put in the hospital, or I will gain the weight back. And a lot of times I can't eat anymore because I don't like the taste, or it's the way. After this surgery, it changed the way I ate and everything. What's important about this surgery is when you is the dieting. And after this surgery, uh, you start in different stages of dieting. At the very beginning, while you're in the hospital after your surgery, which is about 2 to 3 days, you're on a 100% liquid diet. I'm talking about when I got out of my surgery, I had a cup of soup about this big and some juice, juice that was not sweet. It was basically unsweetened juice, and I had water. Water is the most important thing after this surgery, because after the surgery you have to drink at least 60 to 80 ounces of water a day. If you don't, you get dehydrated. I drink a lot of water. It got to the point where I got so tired of water that I went and bought this Hawaiian Punch sugar-free pouches that I put in my drink, because I get tired of drinking just water. Ugh. But anyways, so there's the first stage is the liquid diet, and after that you go into what they call puree. And the puree diet basically is anything that can be blended in a blender you can eat, and this lasts for a couple weeks. And what this does is it's retraining your stomach. You're retraining you how to eat. Then so the next stage is the soft foods, like anything that can be chewed, that can be smashed with a fork, is soft foods, and that's also very important. And then the next stage after that is then it's regular food. And so those are the 4 stages. We have liquid diet, puree, soft foods, and regular foods. And this usually takes about up to 3 to 4 months for this all to happen. And once you get to that point, you can eat what you want. But what's important for you to know is you have to have a high protein and a low carb diet for the rest of your life in order for this to work. High protein, low carb diet, and you have to take pills. You have to take calcium supplements. You have to take vitamins, and you have to take B12. Sometimes some people have to take iron if they have low iron. And regular checkups with your doctors is very important. Support groups are important. Support groups is probably the most important thing, because there are people out there that will fail this, and what these support groups do is keep you in check. It's kind of like Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's for people who have gastric bypasses. These surgeries, yes, they do the work of changing changing you medically, but they don't help the mind. The mind is what the main problem is for people who are dealing with obesity. And what these support groups do is help you stay focused on what needs to be done. There's focus groups, there's support groups on Facebook, there's support groups on YouTube. I mean, if you go to YouTube, once you watch this video, go type in gastric bypass or before and afters, and you'll see people creating videos. You'll see people saying how I'm so proud of you. You know, there's support groups in hospitals. There's support, and regular checkups with your doctors is important, because if you don't do that, you might get sick. You might, the doctor can, refer you to a psychiatrist or somebody that can help you stay focused and stay online, because this surgery will change your life, but you need to do the work after the fact. And what I wanted to really stress in this paper is that the surgery is very important for people and that are obese. And what this ties into my policy proposal is yes, this surgery is great, but what could be done before somebody becomes obese? And I think that a lot of times kids are not educated in school about these things, because yes, parents are responsible for their kids, but a lot of times kids don't have parents to show them the right way of doing things. And for my policy proposal, I wanted to talk about how the importance of teaching kids at a classroom level about weight loss and what needs to be done so kids can live a healthy life. Staying away from drugs, staying away from alcohol, staying away from unhealthy foods, putting healthy foods in school, making kids, showing kids about healthy physical activities. Yes, bariatric surgery is great, but there's a lot of things we could do for our kids at an early age, at the classroom level, at teaching them how to eat healthy, how to be healthy, because if you do that at an early age, then these kids will live a healthy life and they might not have these issues. Yes, there are cases out there where it is genetics, but a lot of it is these kids are not taught from an early age how to be healthy, and I think that is very, very important because I wasn't taught. I was not raised healthy. My parents let me eat whatever I want. They never really sat me down and showed me, hey, this is important. And when I in school, when I was a kid, we never had health classes. We had home ec, and that's not health. That basically they taught me how to sew and make a couple of food products. So what I really want to stress to everybody at the end of my closing is, if you have kids out there who are overweight, if you know people who are overweight, and you see that they've tried everything, suggest this to them and see what they can do to change their lives, because this surgery will change their lives. And I think that it's important that people get educated about, that kids are educated at an early age what is important about healthy eating and about what they can do to have a healthy life. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I had a great term, and you guys all take care. Bye bye.